Wow, Renee.
That actually belongs to my father, and I just want some information
Is his
about
name
it.
left to your father?
No,
Okay.
Bob.
All right, Bob.
But it's
This
not
is-
going anywhere.
Well, white, unglazed, unpainted, earthenware ceramic made by the Goebel Company, which are known for their Hummel figurines. This particular piece is large scale and it's on its base. Value on it about $300. So they still do have value, okay? This one is very well, of course, sculpted. And they're sculpted first and then painted. And they're typically marked on the underside. So if you cut them off this face, I wouldn't say you should do that, but if you did, you would see all of the markings of the Goebel Company from Germany. And they also made, of course, the Hummel figurines.
Thank you.
So, sure, my pleasure. Let's get this one back here. And then you have that lamp.
Yes.
Tell me about that lamp, which is a marriage.
Oh, my favorite.
Your favorite.
My favorite. Another estate sale that I attended, there was a gentleman who sold his life's possession. He collected lamps.
I want you to focus.
Okay.
Not on the conversation, but
Okay,
on
sorry.
what you collect.
Okay.
Anytime you collect in a
Yeah.
category, you increase the value of every piece in your category a little bit. So you guys have the Mark Twain photographs. I want you to start to collect photographs of famous people. Marilyn Monroe, whoever it might be. You know, you might have gold jewelry. You and I are going to collect together. I like gold jewelry. Collect more gold jewelry. Try to collect in a category because it will increase the value. That doesn't mean that you can't have a lamp or you can't have a pre-Columbian sculpture or you can't have a Goebel figurine. It just means it's easier if you think of it the way museums think of it. When we go into an exhibition in a museum, they give you a theme. You know, drawings by Charles Schultz. You expect to see Snoopy and Woodstock, right? Or beaded purses by Judith Lieber. You expect to see purses, right? You don't expect to see abstract sculpture. Try to focus, because then if you want to sell it, you could sell it all as a lot and increase value on all of it, even the cheapest pieces by between 10 and 25%.
Okay.
This is how the dealers do it. We want you to do it that way. Okay, Renee, back to your lamp. So you love this lamp, you're buying this piece, this is plated glass. That means this particular piece of glass is in fact plated. This is the actual texture that you can feel on the glass. It's not stained glass, it's not slag glass. It's plated, P-L-A-I-T-E-D glass. It is seated here, it just slips right in, right, into this particular form, which I guess is kind of a, I don't know, what are those, polygons? I hated that. What was that? Geometry is terrible. So this, I'll look at that. So this particular piece has, again, what has been designed around this is actually a finger lamp, right? So this is a typical lamp that would have a source. This is a lamp, not a light. A light is a switch, electrified, plug it in, right? This is a lamp because the source was actually a fuel, like Aladdin in the lamp. That's the difference between a light and a lamp. Okay, so you have a lamp, and then they actually built up around that lamp these particular elements, which are in what's called the arts and crafts style, circa 1915. It's just an antique, just 100 years old. All right, so tell me about this. You bought it where?
At an estate sale.
Okay, with this original,
I believe that kind of looks like it's been replaced.
I think that's new.
All I know is it's an oil burning lamp. I was very drawn to the color green. It goes well in our home.
Okay.
It's not been modified in any way, shape, or form.
It has been modified a lot. It just hasn't been electrified.
Well,
It's been modified a lot. None of these elements were on top of this lamp. This has been added on top of it. This lamp was round. Now all of a sudden it's square.
really?
Yeah. So, okay, but it has not been electrified, true, because that does impact the value, right? Okay, so it looks nice in your house,
Yeah.
all right.
And
This,
it looks beautiful when the sun shines behind it.
so when the sun shines behind it, you can see all the different texture, all the green. Okay, so that's what plating does. You see them in stained glass windows in churches, all right? So that's what you're basically looking at here. It's arts and crafts style. Now, there's a mark on the bottom of it.
I didn't even know that.
Okay, that mark is by Pearpoint, right? That particular company making these types of lamps, New Bedford, Massachusetts. Value on your lamp, about $350.
Okay.
Arts and crafts style. That style just finished its 100th year anniversary, right? We go in 100-year cycles of when we want to collect something. You want to buy, right, prior to it. You want to sell at the anniversary. Right now, you should be buying Art Deco, and in 2 years, in 2020, you're gonna sell all the Art Deco, because it's gonna reach 100 years old. Okay? Okay, I got 2 more. How'd you acquire this?
A next door neighbor.
A next door neighbor?
Yeah.
What is this?
I have no idea. That's why I'm here.
Truth is mighty and must prevail. So a next door neighbor left it to you? The Grand Commandery of the Knights Templar. Why am I laughing? Because, oh, the Knights Templar.
They just thought it was interesting, the paper that it was on.
So all of you who are watching me on the Curse of Oak Island are going, oh yeah, the Knights Templar, right? Well, the Knights Templar, of course, are a group. They're usually affiliated. They go all the way back to protecting the Holy Grail, of course, the chalice that Christ drank from during the Last Supper. Right? They are said to also have protected the Ark of the Covenant from the Temple of Solomon. And the Knights Templar were the great crusaders who helped to protect the pilgrims as they moved and respected different elements in pilgrimage churches all over Europe. So if you went to San Andreas in Amalfi, Italy, you were a pilgrim and you walked to a particular place because you wanted to see the fingernail of St. Andrew, and you walked miles and miles to this particular church, the Knights Templar would make sure that nobody killed you on the way, because they didn't care for the Christians. Okay? The Knights Templar actually have a very close affiliation or association with the Freemasons, right? Or what you call the Masonic homes, the Masonic lodges. So that's basically what you're looking at. What you're looking at here is just that. It is basically a sealed document that indicates a particular person is part of the Knights Templar. Value on this piece, probably $250 to $275 retail. If you could sell it to one of the folks who has, for example, the 32nd Order of the Freemasons, they might pay you as much as $1,000 for it. Does that help? All that history is why it's valuable. Without all that history, it's just a piece of paper. And the documents and its age are right on it. This particular piece, it's in metal, which is why you have a little bit of off-gassing, but not as much as if you had acidic cardboard or another kind of paper tube. So the metal actually has helped all these years. Why is it metal? Because this particular piece was probably protected underground.
Wow.
That's when I see these metal pieces. So during World War II, when you had a painting that they wanted to protect, for example, the Night Watch by Rembrandt, very, very famous in the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam, they'd roll it up, they'd put it in a metal tube, and they'd dig it underground before, of course, the bombs come. That's why you all love me. It's not about the value, it's about the history. It's always about the history, right? We love the history. And I love all of you. What fun we've had tonight. Thank you for being with me.